What's classy if you are attractive but trashy if you are not? The plot of almost all romance movies. I like to use what I call the DeVito rule: if a romance movie becomes a horror movie by recasting the lead man as Danny DeVito, it's a shitty example of a romance movie. If it's still a sweet movie, it's really romance. Not many movies pass this test. Hanging out with ugly people. This one made me laugh. It's so true. If you're attractive and hang out with ugly people, you just look like a well-rounded individual who's open to all types of company, including the uglies. Wife beaters. If Channing Tatum wear one, girls swoon. If Uncle Randy is wearing one, you expect him to also be holding a bush light and sitting on the front porch of his mobile home with shotgun on his lap. I thought you meant men that beat their wives, but then I kept reading. A wife beater is a sleeveless shirt that has a negative stigma attached to it. A 4-day beard. If you're a male model, you look like a manly man. If you're Bubba's six-pack, you look like a homeless dude. It pains me to say it, but smoking. Those 1940s Hollywood noir film actresses look so sultry with a cigarette. Fat and ugly with a cigarette is more reminiscent of a Walmart smoke break for some reason. Cleavage definitely. I've always seen it as part of the big boobs/small boobs paradox. Big boobs fill out any top and look good, but if you show too much, it can look really provocative. Small boobs aren't as noticeable in an obvious way, but you can get away with lower necklines and show more collarbone. Both are boobs and therefore great. Let's just admit the answer is, literally everything. Basically any bold move towards the opposite sex. I see what you mean. Some girl posted a comment on subreddit Ask Men about how some guy at the gym approached her to compliment her. She said that at first she thought he was a creep, but after taking a good look at him she was totally okay with it because she found him kinda cute. You should have seen the amount of downvotes and negative replies she received. She was basically saying that if a guy isn't attractive but still flirts with a girl, it automatically makes him a creep. It's mean, but yet it is many people's first thought in that scenario. When you're attractive it's being flirtatious, but when you're ugly it's called being a creep instead. Getting out of a small car. Whether it's a Porsche or a Fiat, if you are attractive, you look natural and sexy stepping out. If you're ugly or large, you look like one of the last clowns falling out of the clown car. Doing the nobody gets me act with a sad face. Foreign accent. Some classmates showed this so well. Slightly good-looking transfer student, this guy got a that smooth ass voice. It just sounds cool. Ugly transfer, LOL, this guy speaks like a retard. Hey dude, say something. Almost word by word. Any kind of bold makeup. Red lip, heavy bronzer, bright eyeshadow, etc. Wearing a tight t-shirt. Since this seems to trigger a lot of people, a t-shirt wasn't necessarily what I meant. What I meant, wear clothes that suit and fit you well, mostly tight clothes thought because they highlight a good body. Gotta get a t-shirt that is tight on the chest and arms and loose on the stomach area. And at the same time, wearing way too big t-shirts. On attractive people it looks like a fashion statement. Fashion is wholly decided by attractive people. Sending a drink to a random woman across the bar. Many shifts as a bartender, and when I less than good looking bloke wanted to do it I said it was against policy too. I've never seen it end well unless the dude was really handsome. What if the unattractive guy wanted to send a drink to an equally unattractive woman? Ugly people don't like ugly people either. An accent from anywhere in America, if you are good looking it's sexy or sweet. If you're rich it makes you seem genuine. If you're broke and unfortunate looking you're just a dumb hick, and the accent is proof. Being an alcoholic. You know, classy drinking, sexy drinking, not this trailer park shit. You're not an alcoholic if it's 50-year-old wine, it's classy then. Smiling. Life is a little easier for attractive people. Can we admit that? Think about it, if a stranger smiles at you and they're attractive, you think, oh they're nice. But if the stranger's ugly, you're like, what do you want? Get away from me, weirdo. As someone who's gone from chubby to fit, I can confirm smiling looks way better when you're fit. I wouldn't say classy per se, but a tank top. Imagine Ryan Gosling in a tank top. Now imagine Danny DeVito in that same tank top. Pretty much anything you do tbh. Yep. Even doing things that are embarrassing turns into endearing if the person is very attractive, and just cringy and awkward if an ugly person does it. It's genuinely fascinating how strongly people's attractiveness influences our perception of everything they do. People joke, but this is honestly what it boils down to. Also, a lot of things people define as cringy could be suave or funny if you look more like Chris Evans and less like Chewed Muppet. Biting your lip. Imagine a young, attractive lady biting her lip at you, classy and sexy. Now imagine a 40-year-old overweight man biting his lip at you. Creepy as hell. Being British. You're a guy going shirtless.